Mhm. And also there is another kind of the benefit when we are taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. Now for another kind of important point, it is said, demon particularly hate those who preserve in the practice. Like someone's be diligent to practice Dharma, and those are like sometimes like more demons to attack. And also it's like not like they're more intense the practice, the more intense the demons. And so this is like kind of the true. If you deeply to practice Dharma, sometimes like negative circumstances and like unfavorable many things can occur. And therefore it is the very important things is to take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, and then it's you can to prevent this kind of obstacles, and Buddha Dharma Sanghas can protect like this. This is naturally, automatically. There is also history, and we can to say how it is like kind of the protect, how it is the benefit. And also here said we are in the age of the decadence, absolutely degeneration times, and the people who are meditate on the profound meaning, it is like kind of maybe you practice any kind of the sutta, authentic perspective, deep, profound, unmistakably follow the Buddha's teaching and the Buddha's step, and who is a good attention and the powerful can easily be deceived by the suggestion of the ordinary life. And it's like kind of the demons really to something is like a tangible way to come into us to like kind of something attacked. But some is like manipulatively. There's many different way to can come in the decadent times when you practice some deep, some important things. Then there are the deceived things can come, like in the ordinary life. For instance, they are held back by the families and the friends. This is also sometimes very much obstacles. For example, it's like families maybe says like, why you are practice Dharma, why you are like kind of the follow the Buddha, and you should to create a family and you should to take care of family. That is also true. But it's like this person's maybe it's like difficult to go to the retreat, difficult to meditate, difficult to study the Dharma, like kind of the held by the like kind of families and a friend. Oh, please go, don't go away like this. And also sometimes like suffering from the adverse circumstances, like kind of the sickness. Sometimes when you are profoundly to practice, like profoundly like meditate on someone, you want to practice very deep, profound things, then it's like certainly there's the adverse circumstances. Certainly you sick, certainly something like kind of problems, and then impossible to practice. And like kind of the interference from the negative thoughts, and like kind of there's no chance to do or to practice profundity of the Dharma. And like this was kind of in the decadent times, a lot of obstacles in order to practice Dharma. If you're really serious to practice Dharma, you become enlightened. That is the more important. Of course, you are not really follow up the seriously Buddha Dharma. You just like kind of mostly like this, then it's not very good. But really to serious to want to practice Dharma, then this kind of happened is the kind of the obstacle. And also is their mind are the invaded by the thoughts and hesitations. Sometimes in the degeneration times or the decadent times, its mind is like uncertainty. Today is you have maybe faith, devotion, determined. Really it's like hesitation, samsara, enthusiastic to be nirvana. You really understood the human existence, impermanent, so on. Very much you want to become a great practitioner of Dharma. But maybe tomorrow, we don't know. Like the mind is very much invaded, and it's like kind of the hesitations certainly can arise. In many such like kind of guides, obstacle to the Dharma practice coming up and destroy all their merits. Maybe angry, maybe desire attachment, maybe jealousy, and any kind of manipulately can to do like kind of the magically this kind of the obstacles, demons we can to say, enter into our mind, destroy the faith, destroy the interest, destroy the virtual minds. And then sometimes meritorious, absolutely they can to destroy it. But as the antidote to this like kind of dangerous things, if you make a real effort to take refuge sincerely in the three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, everything that opposite, your practice will be transformed into favorable circumstances, and the merit will grow like unceasingly. And that is also very much the truth. For example, you really serious, faithfully taking refuge in Buddha, and then you are absolutely listen to the Buddha's teachings. And then it's like kind of any hesitation, negative things is can coming, immediately reminder, antidotes can come. And then it's like everything is you can to bring into the path. That means it's transformed into your favorable circumstances. Maybe it's like you really to practice serious Dharma, if you really to understand the Dharmas, and all the unfavorable circumstances transform into the favorable circumstances. And if you sick, also your path. If you happy, you also your path. Your good happened as your path, bad happened your path. Everything you can to bring into the path. All the times you are taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, in according this kind of the influence, everything's turned into the kind of your path, positive, and accumulation merit. Therefore, it is like a kind of the meritorious, it's like unceasingly, like kind of grow. So it is important to know that there is nothing better than taking refuge for like cutting the stream of the negative actions for in the futures. Therefore, it is very important all the times to be companion, to family, to like kind of the bother to the three like kind of jewels, and taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas. Then you are like kind of the be near or the family and close to the three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas. They all the times can good happen for you and benefit for any kind of sentient beings, any kind of related to you. And also it's like Patrul Rinpoche is the kind of the mention to here says, nowadays householder announcing that they are going to protect themselves, and they are flocked from disease for the years. Sometimes it's like kind of the many the kind of the families, they kind of need to, some is like the kind of the doing pujas in order to kind of their own protections. And then it's like a kind of the, for the disease, any obstacles, called some many different lamas, and they like kind of the disciples, the lamas and disciples. None of them have received the necessary empowerment or the aura transmissions. Even some lamas, this kind of disciples, do the something puja or like kind of benefit ritual things for the benefactors. And also themselves, doing themselves, they need empowerment, they need transmission, they need something as a compilation of the mental recitations. Without that doing, how they can do puja and like kind of the empowerment. Oh, but impossible. They're like not corrected. But sometimes this happened. And it's in Tibet, sometimes they invite lamas. They like some is like the flock of the families. They invited some is like wild lama, wild disciples. They haven't got any empowerment. They haven't got any aura transmission, pit instructions. But they invited like then no practice the basic, the kind of the recitations to open up the mandala of the some wrathful deities, really like kind of the colorful, like kind of the mandala. Like there are a lot of kind of the scaring, panic things to kind of create up the, how to say, set up the like kind of mandalas without going through the generation and perfections phase. Maybe there's not very much to the generation stage, perfection stage, because they themselves, they don't know how to do it. Maybe they haven't got much, they haven't got empowerment, they haven't got any transformations. They like kind of goggle with eyes, like kind of the, they like kind of the gazing, very strong eye, very open eyes, like the source, and heap themselves like into a like an oval women, truly direct at on, like kind of the effigy made of the those. And also it's like kind of the, they make kind of the, how do you say, it's like demons, and in the doors to make the like kind of representative of the like the demon or the sickness and something spirit. And then they are like kind of the open the wrathful sadhanath, man set up the wrathful mandalas, doing like kind of the like a kind of frightened things, and then themselves like kind of the very looks like angry, and it's very like kind of dangerous, looks like going to kill everything. And then they are like the all-wise perform like kind of the red offering, blood, meat, these things of the flesh and the blood. And they like cries of the bring them means it's like all the this who making obstacles, my benefactors, ghosts, demons, tyrants, Yaro, Ngombo, everything. I want to kill them. Just you like the waiting, hit them, arouse the feeling of the violence, aggression, and everybody who hear them, it's a very scaring things to say. Like kind of the kill, soap, job, like kind of the, how to call the, in Italy, this, how to call the like killing areas, this sport, and like a little bit this, like hell. And this kind of, they say is like, and they close the look at the such, like kind of the ceremonies show that they are, as the Jetsa Mularipa is like kind of the hated to see like this sort of things. And he says that invite the wisdom, like kind of the inviting the wisdom deities to protect the worldly beings. It's like a kind of the dragging a king over his like the throne and making him sweep the floors. It is like a little bit, it doesn't correspond, and the wisdom deities bring to in this kind of strange mandala, and to say is like to kill the other sentient beings, protect the and the like your side. You do like this, like to order to the wisdom deity like this. This is a very like kind of you order to the king, come from your throne, go to in the like kind of the middle of the house, sweep your floors. This is a little bit, it doesn't correspond. Like this. Also this like the past Tamba Sonji saying is like the build at the secret mandala in the village, goats like kind of pen, and claim that it is the like kind of the antidote. Like kind of this kind of the secret Mantrarianas, it's bring into the like kind of the village, the goats' pens. It's like kind of the house of the goats or sheep, yaks, horse. Inside like kind of, then they make mandalas, and they think kind of protector is doing something there. But this is not really, this is the practice of this sort position in the secret Mantrayana, and transform into the practice of the Bomboze. It is the shamanism. Bombo in Tibet, we have the Bombo, and it's a similarity. Bombo's traditions also is like they have drum, they have ndamara, they have bill, they have like kind of the sadhanath, and you can to see many bombos, pujas, like a big make sound. Also they settle big kind of the mandalas. Then it's like kind of the big problems. It's like mixed. This is really secret Mantrayana. It really comes from India, or really is the Pombo traditions. Sometimes in Tibet there's a lot of mixed things happened. And it's like kind of someone is like imitating the Pombo traditions. Of course, as a Pombos, we destroyed it. It's like this. But it's like they transform into the Buddhist way. Then they say it is the Buddhist, proclaim the Buddhist, but really like Pombo. This is a very, very dangerous situations during the decadent times. Sometimes all the Dzogchen, the secret Mantrayana transformations transform into the Pombo tradition, because the Pombo's way, they're using all the secret Mantrayana's path. And then people, they believe like it's a Pombo's more easily contact. Pombo's doing same as the secret Mantrayanas. In the secret Mantrayana comes from the Tibet, like India, and secret Mantrayana comes from Tibet. I don't know, they are the same or the different. And in Pombo traditions, they practice, maybe they call the secret Mantrayana, but not as come from the Buddha Shakyamuni. Maybe this comes from the like a Tunba Shirap in the Pombo tradition. Tunba Shirap is like someone says, the 17,000 years ago he born in the Kailasha. And we don't know if that time is like same as Buddha's teaching existence. Why again reveal in India? Very bizarre. Then that means it's Buddhist that it comes from the Tibetans. Make joke, okay, this is forget it. But anyway, it is like very dangerous, these similarities. For example, if you go to some in Japan like this, Tibetan Buddhist mixed Hindu and Bombos. That is really a little bit similarities. These days, many is like even the Tibetan lamas, also they big mixed like gunu. Maybe Pombo tradition do the Pombo's way. Maybe there is a liberation, they do like this. And also it's like Buddhist is Buddhist, Christian, their own path, not like kind of the mixed way. That is very nice, but I don't know like this. But this is very dangerous. Those who perform liberation practice should be beyond all the self-centered interest. And like kind of someone's doing this kind of wrathful sadhana, wrathful, there's like a little similarity way of the Wangpo doing these things. These things, the doer itself needs to go beyond the self-centered. Really, it's like haven't got any self-interested, only benefit for the sentient beings. Then maybe it is like this kind of only such people like kind of acting on the vast seal for the benefit of the beings, and the teachings may legitimately liberate the enemies and the obstacles make who are the committing the 10 like kind of the dangerous acts. Dangerous is like some evil, 10 evil doers. This kind of, if you really kind of the like doing something, you need to have your ability into your mind. You can to do those like kind of the killing things. You need to liberation, to make liberation. For example, like a telopas eating fish. And this kind of the eating fish, but he has the ability to make liberate those like kind of the fish. Maybe someone's like kind of the for the benefit kind of the Buddha's teaching, benefit for the sentient beings. Maybe something is like a kind of the committing the 10 negative actions doer. But that is this person doer itself has such realizations, it can make the liberation the those sentient beings. Then maybe you have the like kind of the permission, otherwise it's not. You concern yourself, then it's like kind of the show off to doing something. Then maybe it's like a mixed Wangpo and the Buddhist way. And like this. But when it's such a practice is done with the ordinary anger, taking side, your side, me, my benefactor side, whoever like give obstacle, like kind of enemies, they're doing things, then we want to kill them, we want to like kind of subjugate them. That is not correct. Not only will it have the no power to liberate the beings, at which it is the directly, it will also cause rebirth in the hell for the people who perform it. Of course, there is many such a kind of the histories. This sort of benefactor puja doers. There's not very much generation compassions. There's not much kind of the visualizations, dissolutions, so on. But they are kind of show off very funny things because of that they want to receive offering things. Then this sort of the doer things then is easily to close their eyes. They kind of the going to direct to the hell. Is taking care. For someone who's not like kind of accomplished in the generation and the perfection phase, and who does not kind of the observe the samaya, the performance of the red offering of the meat and blood, brings us like realization neither of the wisdom deities or of the dharma protectors. If you haven't got any kind of the dissolution and like creation dissolutions, you never done it. Even your samaya as like kind of the weak, you broken, and then you are doing some like kind of the puja for the others, like offering blood and kind of the red blood offerings. If you do like this, then it's like I think 100% nothing like wisdom deity is coming into your mandalas, but which scans coming instead all the kind of the malevolent ghost and demons gather to like kind of the partake of the offering or the like kind of the tormas. This part to take like this kind of mandala, demon and ghosts can come in, and they eat the tormas and red offering things. Then they might seem to bring about some immediately benefit. Looks like, we say it's like then. But the finally outcome will be like kind of the multitude of the undesirable, like kind of the consequence, negative consequence can come. Not very good like these things. For example, there is the example in India. There is one bank manager. He say he's really is a great practitioner of the sadhu, like a Hindu, and he can to like cure the some people has sickness. He's a kind of the magic person. Like some sick persons go to like this. He all the times using the coconut, and then it's like one in the coconut. He put in the plastic. Sometimes he do like this, nothing coming out. But some in the Chokyi doing, some waters can come. And some coconut is like you put there, because very carefully open, inside put mouse, and coconut is moving. And one day it's like there's one parents, they have one daughter, and they sick very much. Then they ask to him, maybe can you make puja for our daughter? You are very special magicians, Hindu practitioners. Then he said, yes, okay, no problem. And of course, they are like kind of the criminals. They have many surround helpers, and they prepared. Then he has like kind of the longer hair and white cloth and carrying and put ash everywhere and coming. And then it's like, but there's one Western person, he's very much curious. He's secretly carrying the camera, what he's doing. And then it's like, he says like first time is these ladies really something is shaking, it's like murdered. And then it's like this coconut like kind of the put to her, it's like kind of taking out of the demon. And the first time is one coconut, it's like he put down, there's nothing coming. Then he said, God, give me the armanta like medicine. He doing like this. And then suddenly this lady is to take that palm. And some in the Chokyi doing is waters come. Wow, people say, wow, yes, this is maybe armanta. And then she drink, and then it's like another coconut, and doing like this, and then front there is, he put, then coconut's moving. Then he said, look, there is your demon, your obstacles. The mother, father, daughters, so scary. And certainly there is like, of course, magic, he changed. And then it's like there's his hand, there's another coconut, and he like break inside, the blood is coming. He coconut like break. Sometimes this lady is unconsciousness. When they get up, lady sickness is gone. And then parents says, oh, thank you very much, so nice. And then they charge, you need to offer like this. And then the Western says, it's a completely liar. He's a bank manager. He did like this. Then he run away, very much scared. And of course, there are many people did. But it's kind of like when he's cheating times, cheating some is like coincidentally benefit. He break a coconut, and sometimes this lady unconsciousness, it's kind of become it's better. And sometimes like this, someone's doing very strange things. Seemingly, it's a kind of the good, but the final is it. There maybe it's like a lot of negative things that's coming. And therefore, it's even the doer, or even the like kind of ask to any kind of someone's doing, this is not very good. And therefore, Patrul Rinpoche says that are far better protections than all of that would be place your confidence in the three jewels, to really to take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and like kind of ask a teacher and the monks who have like kind of the pacified their mind through the Dharma and controlled their own mind to recite the refuge prayer maybe 100,000 times, maybe such a kind of better than rather than doing the wrathful kind of the pujas. you will be through into the care of the three jewels. Much, much better like this. Okay, like this, maybe we can to stop there. Do you have some question or no? Or only 2 questions? Maybe tomorrow? It's time over, okay? Thank you very much. Tomorrow we can to your questions. Sonamdaya tamche zikwa nye toni nye padana pamye te shega nanche wala trupaya sapan solen drogan drova sho Hyoncho sancho rinpoche ma she pa na she jir ji she pa nyamba me pa tong kone kandan perai sho Yeba hakanda yonda la ma tong dharmi chu je pa la long shu ji sa dong lam je yang ten Orgyen Chongo Komponya to Cho Kori Ravi Korve Shenkam Su Pando Deva Malun Jomani Shenen Zion Tenzan Yapi Santi Parda Tanjechi Pardan Lami Kase Temba Don Kanya Yonla Deshit Jowato Dogye Malu Choso De Yonen Erdo Sonji Salango Pacho Ho Dinsan Tuson Sopa Getsa Kantari Sofa Mepe Yeshe Chinkorsan Yondo Chimbi Jita Nilu Zofa Chimbi Londa Om Benza Sato Sama Mani Balaya Benza Sato Dinaba Titan Dumi Sutuyo Meba Supuyo Meba Anaroto Meba Sarasa the Medaya Sarvakal Masasame Satam Shuri Yamakoro Ha 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 Sarvada Tangarta Medar Mama Benzo Bama Samaya Sato Lasso